your arch rival, a team you hate in your division. Rams take on the Bengals. Rams are 4.5-point favorites here, Rooks. You going to go with the arch rival, the nemesis, or going to go with a guy that you mirror yourself after, Hickey's Pickies, and that's Joe Burrow?
So coming full circle, right? Last year, Joe Burrow gets hurt. Bengals look pathetic. And then I only pick one game correct, Hickey's Pickies. Down to the dumps, Big rebuilding time. Then breakout season this year. Everything starts to click. They're doing it. And they're explosive. They have weapons all over the field. I am picking the Cincinnati Bengals to cover that 100%. I think they're going to come out explosive, ready to play. I will not be quoted on the air saying that I am going to pick the Rams to win the Super Bowl. I won't. I didn't care if every team somehow maybe got disqualified this year and then the Washington football team had to step in. I'm picking the football team. I am not going on record picking the Rams ever. Bengals are absolutely covering this game.
Rooks going with the heart, taking the Bengals out of spite for the Rams. I'm going with the Rams, Rooks. Screw you. Screw the Cardinals. I'm going Matthew Stafford, my guy. It's been rough, Rooks, because I've also watched some bad quarterback play this year and watched a quarterback just crumble down the stretch in Carson Wentz. So Matthew Stafford, full disclosure, that was the number one option I wanted for the Colts last year. It seemed like there was no choice, but at least I had some sort of idea that he would be good. I've been on the Stafford bandwagon since he got to the Rams. I am coming through, baby. Stafford winning the Super Bowl in year one in L.A. He's doing it, covering the 4.5. I'm going to go 27-21 here. Nice win for Stafford. Raise that Lombardi trophy up. Get the win. Rooks, you're going with the man. Like I said, some people are comparing to you. Forget Rooks being compared to Joe Burrow. I've heard Joe Burrow is being compared to Rooks. Just what the people on the internet, just what I'm seeing on the internet, Rooks. That's all.
You're getting live updates right now. Everyone's live tweeting this.
There's a press conference going on right now. Joe Burrow asked, Joe, do you feel like you have really mirrored what Rooks has been able to do in Hickey's Pickies this year? And Joe Burrow said that's my inspiration. So, hey.
I'm getting a call from Stephen A right now, but I'll deal with that after this.
Not now, Stephen A. We're in a bigger show here, a more important show. That is for sure. You're a funny guy, Rooks. So you're going the Bengals, you're going Joe Burrow. Let's do another prop bet here. Who's going to have more receiving yards in the game, Cooper Kupp or Jamar Chase?
So even though I picked the Bengals, which means Jamar Chase, pretty much, I think the Bengals, I think Jamar Chase has to have a good game for them to take it. I just think he's the spark that offense rides with, But on the other side of the ball, there's a guy that gets 14 catches a game and gets 90% of. I don't think there's another receiver thrown to as much as Cooper Kupp. As someone who's watched the Rams play multiple times this year, one playing the Cardinals, but two just out of hatred and rooting for the other team. Cooper Kupp gets thrown to pretty much every other play. Every other play, Cooper Kupp's getting a target, and he is an absolute volume machine. So I think even if Jamar Chase has, and also on top of that, you know who's going to be matched up with Cooper Kupp? The godliest corner in all of the NFL, Eli Apple.
The biggest trash talker in the game. The guy who talks the most trash and literally cannot back it up the most.
I am expecting Cooper Kupp to hang up at least 150 on Eli Apple's head. It's not going to be a question. Even though I think, and the thing is too, Chase will have Ramsey in there. I think that's a really tough matchup. I think Kupp takes this. Just based off matchup alone, I think Cooper Kupp will get more yards.
Rooks, I'm in agreement with you. And it's not even I'm not saying when I say this, we're about to say Jamar Chase is bad. He's one of the best receivers in the NFL. I will say it's easier to take him away for what he does, kind of the routes he runs by putting 2 or 3 guys kind of by him. Cooper Kupp, people have been trying all season long, 18 plus 3, 21 games the Rams have played. They have said, how are we going to take Cooper Kupp away? Whether it's, scheme, whether it's the routes they run, there's been no ability to slow down Cooper Kupp. Like you said, the guy, most targets, most receptions, most yards, most touchdowns in the NFL. It's no secret. Cooper Kupp is the guy Matthew Stafford's throwing the ball to. But each and every week, no one can cover the guy. So guess what? I don't think the Bengals now all of a sudden are going to be able to magically cover Cooper Kupp unless, Rooks, maybe here's an idea. You literally take 10 guys. Take 10 guys and put them on him. Just put a wall literally a bubble around Cooper Kupp, and he still might get open. I don't know.
Yeah.
To your
That
point,
that guy's never covered. I've watched the Cardinals twice. Byron Murphy, great corner. I watched Byron Murphy shadow Cooper Kupp over the field, and then they have zones moving towards Kupp, and Kupp's still open. And it's just, what do you do? What do you even do at that point?
you're right. It's Jamar Chase is a physical freak, but I think it's easier to take him away by just, like you said, putting Jalen Ramsey there, just putting 2 or 3 guys in his direction because the routes they run, it's all about scheme. It's all about his elusiveness. Cooper Kupp, I'm with you, is going to get more receiving yards, more targets, and be a bigger factor for sure. Here's one for you, R-Man. First play of the game is going to be a run or a pass. Doesn't matter who has the ball first. The first play of the game is going to be a pass play or run play.
This is I think on the list of props, this is the one I had the most trouble with, just because I don't like. It's such a spotty thing, but I'm gonna go run. I'm gonna go run play. The Rams, they love, and like, I hate how much I know about watching the Rams just because I've watched them play so much this year. The Rams love starting to drive with a little run play. They love dropping it, give a chance to get their legs, and they hit you with a play action a few plays later. Bengals, Joe Mixon's been running really well. I'd assume that they're going to try to just take a step into the game. I think first play of the game is going to be a run.
I'm with you because the Rams, you're right. I think they want to, and kind of their offense is built upon play action, right? So how do you have play action? You run the ball first. I do think they're going to run the ball if they win, if they get the ball first. And the Bengals, I mean, my God, Zach Taylor, it doesn't matter if you are losing yards at every single play. Again, in that Chiefs game, when it was 1st and 10, it was a guaranteed run play. For whatever reason, Zach Taylor loves the 1st and 10 run up the middle of Joe Mixon. I think that's going to change. So the Bengals get the ball first. I would bet almost my life it would be a run on 1st down to Joe Mixon. So we are in agreement there. Both we think first play of the game will be a run. How about the anthem? The national anthem length, Rooks. The over-under is 95 seconds, so a minute 35. Is it going to go over or under?
Did some research, looked into who's singing it.
Mm-hmm. Big King.
Never heard of her. Wait, who'd you say it was?
No, I said Big Key, Mickey Guyton.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that's what I saw.
I don't know who that is either. Country singer.
No idea who that is. That being said, she probably feels like she has a lot to prove, She probably feels like she's got to drag some notes out. She's got to hit those falsettos. I'm just throwing out music words that I...
Yeah, look at you. Falsettos, hitting the notes.
Like,
This guy's doing all the research possible. Did you go to a Mickey Guyton's concert like last week to get the answer?
No, that's the thing is I don't know who she is, so I think she's gonna come into it. She's got a lot to prove. She's on the biggest stage. She's gonna try to pop off. I think it's going over a minute 35. I think she's gonna drag it out, try to show off all the talent she's got, sell them records, get out of there with a little bit of a bag. You know what I mean?
Get the bag. I'm with you, Rooks. And country too. Country music's a little bit more slower. Usually you're right. You drag out the notes. I'm with you. Over, you bleed this bad boy. This is easily the biggest stage maybe Mickey Guyton will ever be on. You want to soak it up. I'm with you. Over minute 35 seconds. Here's one, Rooks. Heads or tails? Coin toss.
So, being the stud football player that I was, big time captain, always had to make this call. No, I'm just kidding. But anytime I made calls,
Come back to the high school football days in Rockville. Back in my day, when I was a senior at Rockville, I always did the coin toss.
I had a 100%,
I was a head guy.
100% success rate on coin tosses.
I'm sure.
Look that up.
I'm
it's in
sure.
Our yearbook now. I'm a tails guy. I'm going tails. Tails.
You're going tails. I feel like, I used to be a tails guy too, but now I feel like you always go tails. You always go tails. The tails never fails. I'm going to go back now. I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to go heads. Heads, to me, I think is an underplayed, lack of respect, maybe, call. Everyone always goes tails. I'm going to say the coin toss is going to be wrong here. It's going to be heads. Heads. I got to think of something. If tails never fails, we'll go someone heads is always the winner. Something that rhymes. I'm not creative on the spot, as you can tell.
Dude, that was great. You should tagline that.
Heads. Yeah, okay.
Heads always wins. That's
heads always.
that's
what they say? Heads always wins. Man, that's a rough one. We'll move past that. Halftime show, our man. Who is going to be the first performing artist we see on the stage? We got Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar. Who's the first person that's going to appear on the stage that we see at the halftime show?
So, games being played in LA, like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, like just universal LA icons, right? For me, it was between those two. Just universal, like big time players in LA. But I think it's I think it's gonna be Dr. Dre, because Dr. Dre he's the producer, right? He does the music, he does all that. So I think they're gonna have like out, and we're gonna start introducing our artists. So I think Dr. Dre is who we're gonna see first.
I like where your head is at. I'm gonna go actually Kendrick Lamar, and here's why. It's like in any Super Bowl halftime show, whether it's one person, whether it's a band, or like we have, 5 different people, you always want to save the best for last. No disrespect to Kendrick Lamar, which is basically what I'm doing right here. But when you have Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, even though Kendrick Lamar, I believe, is a Compton native, so right there in the heart of LA, he is the smallest name out of the 5. I think this halftime show is going to work from small to big, which means I think Kendrick's out there first, and you build the anticipation for Snoop. I think at some point you're going to hear the songs, and all of a sudden you're going to hear a stop, and you're going to hear the famous Dr. Dre piano. I think we're going to go from small to big here, which means I think Kendrick's going to be the first on stage rapping one of his songs. We'll just say that. I had a song in my head, and I totally forgot the name of it. But you know what I'm talking about. One of Kendrick Lamar's famous songs.
I do like where your head's at. I do think that's a solid choice.
All right.
I think that's solid.
Great minds sort of think alike. We have the same idea, different pick. You're going Dr. Dre. I'm going Kendrick Lamar. 2 more here for you, R-Man. The always important Gatorade color. Who you think it's going to be Zach Taylor? I'm going to go Sean McVay. What color Gatorade is going to be poured on their heads? So we got options here, R-Man. We got orange, which is the betting favorite. Blue, green, yellow, lime, all one category. Green, yellow, lime. A little variation. Red/pink, and purple. So we got orange, blue, 3 together, green, yellow, lime, red and pink are together, and finally purple. Which are we going with, R-Man?
I am going to go... I think I'm going to go with the favorite here. I think I'm going orange. I think orange is a solid choice. Orange is a universal flavor that, like, in Gatorade, everyone can always do orange Gatorades. Always. Orange is never going to miss. It's a consistent player in the game. I'm going to go with the betting favorite. I'm going to go with orange.
I like the pick. I almost picked orange. I feel like in my mind, not that we memorize what color Gatorade gets dumped, but when I envision a head coach getting the Gatorade dumped on him, I feel like it is orange. Like, I feel like the first color I envision is orange. So I would go that. And obviously, if your pick comes true, it's the Bengals, you would think, okay, maybe go a little team color here, go orange to really kind of make it look nice. I will go, though, yellow. I'll go green, yellow, lime. I think lime Gatorade, underrated. I think people will like it. And I just feel like, I don't know. I'm just going to go, I don't think red, pink is an option. Absolutely not. I like blue Gatorade. I feel like blue Gatorade is extremely underrated. I feel like you never see it on the sidelines for whatever reason. I don't know. I will go yellow with, slash green / lime there for Sean McVay getting doused. Finally, R-Man, the big one here. Super Bowl MVP. You're going with the Bengals, so I'd presume you go with a Bengals player. I'm going with the Rams, so I will go with a Rams player here to win. Who is your Super Bowl 56 MVP?
So picking the Bengals, gotta ride with the Bengals. Okay. Picture this, right?
Ooh.
End of the game. Bengals are up. Rams are driving. Get down within the 5. You know they're looking for Cooper Kupp. You know who's marked on him? To make the biggest play of his entire career. I think he's number 25. Eli Apple.
You're gonna do it. No way.
Swipes the ball, ends the game. Malcolm Butler. No, I am absolutely not picking Eli Apple. I'm just kidding.
Come on, Rooks, go on a limb.
No, I 100%. If the Bengals win, and I think even if he has just a decent performance, I think Joe Burrow wins MVP. Like, I think it's the most. I think it would be the best. Like the most sellable thing is like Joe Burrow, like road to redemption from last year and like coming back and just fighting. And he's so easy to like. He's such a likable player. He plays so hard and just he's an awesome dude. I think if Bengals take it, which I'm hoping to God they do, I'm taking Joe Burrow as my MVP.
Go Eli Apple, Brooks. Come on. Go out on a limb. Call your shot.
You like the misdirection there? I painted the whole picture and everything.